Betrayal comes in many forms, but nothing cuts deeper than being betrayed by the two people you trust most in the world. I never thought I'd be the kind of person to wear my dirty laundry in public, but when I found out what my husband and best friend had been doing behind my back, I decided they deserved to face the consequences of their actions in the most dramatic way possible. This is the story of how I exposed their lies and deceit for everyone to see. And let me tell you, it was through chaos. Setting the stage, I've been married to my husband, Mark, for 5 years. We met through mutual friends and had what I thought was a rock-solid relationship. My best friend, Claire, has been in my life for even longer. We grew up together, shared secrets, and supported each other through thick and thin. She was like a sister to me. So, naturally, I never suspected that the two of them would betray me in the most unforgivable way. For months, I'd been noticing little things that didn't sit right. Mark was coming home later than usual, always claiming he had extra work at the office. Claire had also started acting distant, canceling plans and avoiding me. I chalked it up to life getting busy, but deep down, something didn't feel right. The first clue. One day, while cleaning the house, I found a receipt for a fancy restaurant tucked into Mark's jacket pocket. The date on the receipt was from May night. It told me he was working late. When I confronted him about it, he brushed it off, saying it was just a work dinner with colleagues. I wanted to believe him, but something about his explanation felt rehearsed. The next clue came when Claire accidentally left her phone at my house after one of her rare visits. I wasn't planning to snoop, but when her phone buzzed with a message from Mark that read, "Can't wait to see you tonight," my heart dropped. I didn't open the message, but I didn't need to. The truth was staring me in the face. Gathering evidence, instead of confronting them immediately, I decided to gather as much evidence as possible. I needed undeniable proof of their betrayal. Over the next few weeks, I kept a close eye on their behavior. I noticed how Mark's phone was always glued to his hand, how Claire would get flustered whenever Mark's name came up, and how they both seemed to avoid being in the same room as me at the same time. I even hired a private investigator to follow Mark. It felt extreme, but I needed to know the truth. The pie didn't disappoint. He provided photos of Mark and Claire meeting at a hotel, holding hands and acting like a couple. It was all the confirmation I needed. Planning the reveal, I knew I couldn't just confront them privately. They'd likely deny everything or try to gaslight me into thinking I was overreacting. So, I decided to expose them in a way they'd never forget. My plan was risky, but I was willing to take the chance. Mark's birthday was coming up, and I had already planned a big party for him with all our friends and family. It was the perfect opportunity. I created a slideshow to play during the party, under the guise of celebrating our life together. But instead of photos of happy memories, I included the incriminating evidence, text messages, photos from the pie, and even screenshots of suspicious messages I found on Claire's social media. The day of the party arrived, and the house was packed with people. Mark was in a great mood, completely unaware of what was about to happen. Claire was there too, pretending to be the supportive best friend. I felt sick to my stomach, but I knew I had to go through with it. When it was time for the slideshow, I stood up and thanked everyone for coming. I said a few words about how much I loved Mark and appreciated Claire, all while trying to keep my voice steady. Then I hit play. The room went silent as the first slide appeared on the screen, a photo of Mark and Claire walking hand in hand into a hotel. Gasps filled the air as the slides continued, each one more damning than the last. Text messages, candid photos, and even a screenshot of a hotel reservation under Mark's name. Mark and Claire looked like they wanted the earth to swallow them whole. Claire tried to speak, but I cut her off, saying, "Save it. Everyone here deserves to know the truth." The fallout. The party ended in chaos. Mark's parents were furious. Claire's boyfriend, who had also been invited, stormed out, and our friends didn't know where to look. Mark tried to pull me aside to talk, but I told him we had nothing left to discuss. Claire left in tears, but not before a few choice words from mutual friends who felt just as betrayed as I did. In the days that followed, I filed for divorce and cut all ties with Claire. I've since moved on, but the scars of their betrayal remain. Exposing them publicly wasn't just about revenge. It was about taking back my power and showing them that their actions had consequences. Conclusion: betrayal is never easy to deal with, but sometimes the best way to heal is to face it head on. I've learned to trust my instincts and prioritize my own happiness. If you've ever experienced something similar, just know that you're not alone. And sometimes, Karma needs a little push. What would you have done in my situation? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories like this.